come on in. Y'all welcome. Cleansing, clearing, and transmuting, the spaces y'all come on in, because I don't know what might be coming in with you, you heard? Stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness, stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness, stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness to the cosmic consciousness, family and soul tribe. I hope everybody feeling good for no reason at all, operating in the truest, highest version of your authentic and best self. As for me, I'm feeling good for no reason at all, operating in the truest and highest version of my authentic and best self. I am your host and co-pilot, Saiwoodagod, for my new subscribers. I appreciate y'all. Press the like button as you come in. Don't be scared to share. Don't be scared to comment. Don't be scared to ask a question about something I say. Leave it in the comment section. I am accessible, for those who want to reach out to me. My email is saiwoodagod@gmail for any inquiries. I do want to remind you all that in video, I might have gave the wrong number. I think it was 301. 301 was the correct video. I did a contest in video 301. The name of that video was called Tell Me What's Missing. In that video, something is missing. That's all I can tell you. But it's still open for the first one who can tell me what is missing in that video. You have to look around and pay attention. You have to look around and pay attention. But someone should be able to tell me what's missing. And I have a spiritual pack for you. Once again, I forgot to bring it out here with me. But a spiritual pack consists of a bottle of smudge spray, a sage stick, or Palo Santo, incense cones or incense sticks. Who knows? Maybe I'll give away a bracelet or a necklace or a bracelet set. But I'm gonna give away something of that's priceless, because it's priceless. It has no value when you're moving in love. A well-oiled machine needs no additives. That was said to me today. And how I take that is, when things is running well, there's no need to mess with them. Because 9 times out of 10, when things are running well, there's a probability that if you add something to it, it'll knock it out of whack. So sometimes when things are running well, the best thing to do is just keep pushing it forward. Not to do anything to try to add to it or subtract from it at all. Just to keep pushing it forward. Keep propelling the motion. How well do we agree to disagree when we don't agree? How well do we agree to disagree when we don't agree? I ain't gonna try to put these downloads in no certain order to make it fit no certain kind of script, because it's all over the place. But the contemplation as we go forward, because we need to know if we a runner, if we a chaser, or if we stable because we able. How well do we agree to disagree when we don't agree? Which leads me to ask, because this is what I was asking myself. So what I ask myself, I present to myself. Who were you before certain people came into your life? And who are you today in result of certain people? for better or worse. It's just a contemplation, an observation. Because today, family, is 2022. You hear me? Dealing with balance. We're dealing with partnerships. We're dealing with harmony. We're dealing with justice. We're dealing with judgment. We're dealing with shadow and the light. Who were you before certain people came into your life? And who are you now in result of certain people, for better or for worse? These are things I think about, family. Because we're talking about runners, we're talking about chasers, and we're talking about staples, pillars. If we don't respect the hierarchy of this world and the universe, because as below, as above, so below, it's trending. But if we don't respect the hierarchy of the world that we live in and the universe that we consist of, if we don't respect divinity, if we don't respect source, if we don't respect the divine as the Most High in correspondence and cooperation with how it reflects in us, through us, and on us, fear probably got you sidestepping the very things that you're supposed to be moving towards. Ego got you running from the very things you're supposed to be running to. Identity crisis got you chasing the very things that's running from you. Cycles. Are you the runner? Are you the chaser? Or are you stable? Two 2022. How many people looked up 22 today and see what that number is vibrating in the atmosphere, worldwide, galactically, and cosmically? Y'all might have heard me say it before. I say a lot of things that may not be liked, may not be agreed with, etc. and etc. I also say things that people like, and people like the fact that I said it the way that I can say it. It's neither here nor there. In all I do and all I am and all I say, I am original and I am authentic. And I be me and the best version at it in all that I do. And I hope y'all appreciate me for being that, if nothing else. Sometimes I don't even like what may come out my own mouth. Some of y'all might find yourself saying the same thing about yourself, because how we work. We have to sift, sort, and discern through the mechanics of our own workings. So you know we gotta have to be able to sort, sift, and discern the mechanics of somebody else's. The beauty is, I don't lie to myself. And from that place, I'm able to present myself as you see me to be, as you hear me express myself from. And if you do that same thing in all your interactions, I salute you. It's not easy to be the same person in public that we are in private. And I'm a private person. But who I am in private, I am also in public. You don't have to be spiritual. You don't have to be metaphysical to know everything happens for a reason. Because we done been through a lot of things, family. And I don't know who you are that come and sit with me and listen to the things that I have to say. But I don't know if you may be spiritual or not. I'm sure some may not be. That's neither here nor there. My point is, you don't have to be spiritual or metaphysical to know that everything happened for a reason. I think our life has been pretty much enough evidence, either through what we have seen, what we have witnessed, what we have felt and experienced ourselves. And for some of us, we have been allowed to touch the reason, you know, and by the transformations that the reason did in us, come back through the experience and tell some others about it. Some touch the reason and get stuck because what the reason, what enlightenment shows you, and don't want to go no further on the journey. Some resist the reason when the reason show itself to us. When it's time to reset the remember. Some remember Cypher in the Matrix? Cypher didn't want to go no further. He wanted to go back. Ain't no love like self-love, family. And when you're in self-love, you can love everything selflessly. But my point in saying you don't have to be spiritual or metaphysical to know everything happens for a reason is simply due to the fact that we live in it. And through the experience that we live in and we live through, we also express it, whether we realize it or not. Sometimes intentionally and consciously, sometimes unconsciously and unknowingly to ourselves. However, my point is, why do we get offended? I think offended is a nice word to use. Why do we get offended when we hear the truth? Why do we get offended when we hear things that make us have to look in the mirror in ourselves? Why? We can't always be on the favorable side of truth. And unless we're on the favorable side of truth, most of us don't want to accept what truth may be showing us, what truth may be telling us, what truth may be taking us through. Which reminds me of a quote, because I came from a biblical mother who read the Bible, and she instilled that in my life. But it's something in there that says, physician, heal thyself. And I was marinating in that as far as what the collective, what we as the collective and as individuals are going through in our own spiritual journeys in our personal lives. We have to become the physician over our own lives, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and soulfully, which would bring us into wholeness. However, in order to become the physician of our own lives, to heal our own ills. Before, we have to do just that. We have to heal self, especially before attempting to impart life-changing information in the lives of somebody else. And it's beautiful for me to identify with that, because I make it my obligation to make sure that I'm not guilty of the same. I am my worst critic. Brutal self-honesty became my best friend. And it's a beautiful and powerful transformer. Are you the runner or the chaser? You got to be in alignment with light. Even if your light is darkness, you got to be in alignment with it. We can't be straddling the fence, because it's split energy. And I'm only saying that to say stableness, stability, and groundedness. Stability and groundedness. And whatever you find stability and being grounded in doing, stability and groundedness is a requirement for this 2022 frequency. Partnerships. Remember, the focus is going to be partnerships. And whatever partnerships is to you. Partnerships, balance, harmony, cooperation, teamwork, compromise, heart-to-heart conversations, in order to take the mask off. Heart-to-heart conversation in order to take the mask off. If you notice, all those words dealt with the same thing. Balance. Old cycles are ending, so new cycles can begin. Some have already got a step ahead of the game and are already activated in their new cycles. Starting to see the results of being in this new cycle. What I mean by new cycle, new frequency, the new energy, the higher vibratory energy that we all experiencing in some form or another, depending on where we at in it. Old cycles are ending, so new cycles can begin. And some, see, because we got runner, we got chaser, and we got those who are stable, stability, balance in the center. So we got some on repeat cycles. So we got to watch for the red flags, family. It's about balance. And the highest way to know what type of balance that we in is to be very observant in how we treat others. And what's so beautiful about what I'm about to say is the beauty in what I'm about to say. The highest way to understand, and overstand how you vibrating is in your interactions with how you treat others. I say that to say this. We can't be walking around. We can't be walking around here, wherever your here may be, acting like we can do whatever to people. Or think that whatever we already done to people, good or bad, will not be answered for. The God see everything, family. And we all must answer the spirit, source. As above, so below, remember. As within, so without, remember. Feel good for no reason at all. Remain true and authentic to the highest version of your best self. I am saiwoodagod. I love y'all, family. Peace and power. One.